Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena. Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell. We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. So many afternoons spent in this armchair. This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right? Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice-blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folk tale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? Our refuge from the world, a place of warmth and passion. Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. She used to keep magazines, paperback novels, usual stuff on these nightstands when we were staying here. It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Hers. I used it too, when shaving.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it.
It's been so long since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her, when she told me the soothing sound of her name. Comme une évidence, Serena's favorite perfume. No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here. She is fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard. But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was. Far out. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. A curious, sensual thrill.
So glad to meet you. My name is Serena.
I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much. Is there anything worse than beautiful memories turning to dust? I feel like I don't even have the strength to lift the lid. What once gave me so much joy now fills me with unbearable sorrow. I kept saying I'd paint these chairs, add some color to this place. One more thing I never got around to. Why? I might just as well stay here. Years passed, no tears fell, no death knell reached the golden shores they trod. Another love story without a happy ending. As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. Some of her scent still lingers.
My light's busted again. Can I come over to your side and read?
I can almost feel her hair tickling my neck, the intoxicating smell of her skin. What's the matter with me? I can't seem to remember even ordinary things. When was the last time we made love? We seemed to take fewer and fewer walks as the years went by. Everything around here is so familiar. She always reminded me to take these. I never asked her to. She just did it. I should leave the keys here until she comes back, because I know she will. Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's different. But that just... it can't be different. Am I going mad? Somehow she looks sadder than I remembered. Could I really have been so wrong about that night?